and welcome to Legal Affairs. My name is Diamond Liddy, and I'm the public defender of the 19th Judicial Circuit. We are going to be talking about a very, very cool, pretty new organization in our community for our children. And with us is Gwen McLeod, and she is the CEO and founder of an organization called We Leap Incorporated. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
But before we get into We Leap Incorporated, there's all kinds of stuff we got to start with. Tell us first, Gwen, your background. I understand you're a native Fort Piercian,
Yes.
and you grew up here and grew up in the community. Where did you work before you decided to start the We Leap organization?
Well, thanks, Diamond, for having me on the show. I am a native of Fort Pierce, born and raised here, educated right here in St. Lucie County.
Where'd you go to school?
Fort Pierce Westwood is my alma mater.
Okay, okay.
Woo! So I'm excited about that. But after I graduated, I actually went to college right here at Indian River State College and got my first degree and went on and got my bachelor's and my master's degree from Barry University. I'm currently working in Indian River County School District as a student support specialist. However, prior to doing that, I worked with the Department of Juvenile Justice for several years.
Right. Well,
And,
it's like 7 years, you
yes.
said. Yeah, that's a long time.
Yes. And I love working with the youth, and it's a great organization. Just getting the opportunity to be hands-on working with youth and helping them change their lives and turn their lives around.
Well, I've got some other questions, but before I ask you those, what is We Leap Incorporated in a nutshell, Gwen?
We Leap Inc. is a domestic violence awareness and advocacy organization. Our primary goal is to increase awareness in the community as a form of prevention, educating the community about healthy relationships.
Focusing on children, correct?
We focus on children. We have a portion that focuses on children, but we also assist adults, males and females.
Okay, and we want to talk specifically, we're going to talk about the whole thing, but I do want to focus on what you're doing with the teens and stuff, because I think
Okay.
that's way cool.
Yes.
But, so what prompted you to start We Leap?
Well, I'm a domestic violence survivor myself. I was in a relationship for 6 years where I suffered abuse, and I also grew up in a household where I saw abuse quite regularly as a teen. My mom wasn't involved in domestic violence when I was coming up, so eventually I ended up getting into relationships at a young age where I experienced violence even as a teen in relationships. So, and it's something that I noticed when I was a juvenile probation officer, that was a key topic with the kids that would come in.
Well, you know, I was thinking about that. You know, what better background to have for an organization like this than to have been a juvenile probation officer.
Yes.
And let's talk about that for a moment. So the kids may have been arrested for a petty theft, but they were talking about
their relationships.
Well, and tell us about that.
You know, for example, if a kid came in for petty theft, usually the root of why they're getting involved in stuff stems around things that's taking place in the home, things that's taking place with the relationships that they're in with other peers. And so 9 times out of 10, they would get with the wrong crowd or, you know, something like that. But anytime we would have a one-on-one conversation during our monthly meetings, I would get to know the youth. And as I took time to get to know them, they would open up. And the majority of the times they would share a lot of the things that was taking place in their relationships, not just at home, but with their peers, amongst their peers. And being able to have that ear to listen and not so much judge, but being able to listen truly to what they were going through and what they were experiencing gave me the opportunity to speak into their lives and kind of guide and direct them into the right path.
So, Gwen, you're telling me that even in a teenager dating relationship, there is physical abuse or just mental abuse or both?
All of it takes place.
And how rampant is it?
It is quite rampant, and a lot of people do not realize the statistics for the teens. And you know, studies show that teen dating violence is a very major social problem, but it's not something that we as adults really think about in our day-to-day lives because we have so many other things that we're doing. To a lot of the kids, they just succumb to just using their digital devices and, social media as their outlet.
Right.
There's not really an adult that's really speaking into their lives to help them. So, I just think it's important that we take the time to really develop something that's speaking to our kids, because a lot of times at home, that conversation is not being had any longer the way it used to be.
Well, and we've had other guests on the show too that have talked about this. It's not only many parents find it hard enough to discuss the sexual aspect of relationships, much less is Johnny, hurting you physically. I mean, those aren't topics that parents easily approach with their children, unfortunately. Well, now, okay, I guess I should start with saying happy anniversary.
Yes,
this is your year anniversary for We Leap Incorporated. I understand that it's not a bricks and mortar organization yet, correct?
Correct.
In other words, you don't have a building that we're going to tell the viewers to go to have classes or to get guidance with or whatever. I guess you have a relationship and a partnership with IRSC?
Well, for our monthly sessions, because we do monthly empowerment and awareness sessions for adults 18 and older.
Okay.
And they're held the second Saturday of every month. And currently we're holding our sessions at the Blackburn campus located on Avenue D.
Okay.
So we will be moving next year to the main campus, and more information can be found out about that via our website.
Okay.
www.we-leap2.com, and they can find out more information.
And if they just Google We Leap Incorporated,
yes,
you'll
it
come
should
up.
pop up. Yes.
Okay, let's start, because we've jumped around a little bit, Gwen. Tell us all that We Leap offers. It's obviously not just the Saturday session.
No.
Okay, so tell us what you offer for adults and children.
Okay. Right now, I want to focus on the children, because that's the next thing that we have coming up. The name of our children's portion is We Matter. We Matter, it focuses on developing skills for young people on how to promote healthy relationships and how to retain healthy relationships. And this summer, we're actually putting on our very first Safe Teens Leadership Camp. As of right now, our organization is the only organization that's providing teen dating violence awareness at this particular point. This Safe Teens Leadership Camp, it will provide youth-led awareness project and campaigns, so we're excited about that, getting the youth involved, not only educating them, but getting them involved on promoting healthy relationships and promoting the message of having a healthy relationship. The whole purpose of this is to help decrease victimization and perpetration, because once you know better, our goal is that you would do better. And if we don't start speaking with them now as teens, they'll become adults that are committing abuse within relationships. So it's so important for us to begin to educate them on that level. And
so it's not just for teens who have been abused, it's for teens who have the potential of abuse or whatever, and to guide them and to teach them how that is inappropriate, I guess.
Yes, ma'am. And not only that, to make leaders out of this group. Because one thing that I've learned, oftentimes youth will listen to other youth before they listen to an adult.
Right.
So if we have a core group of young people that are trained in this to identify it and to be that bystander who can speak out against it, then 9 times out of 10, that other peer will listen more than they would, or quicker than they would, to an adult.
Well, let's talk. I noticed that it's from June 15th to the 26th.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 11 days.
It's 10 days.
10 days, whatever. So it's 2 weeks.
It's going to be 2 weeks.
What time period, et cetera? I mean, all day?
It's going to be, the first week session is going to be geared towards our 12 to 14-year-olds.
Right.
It's only going to be a 1-week camp. for 12 to 14-year-olds.
Okay.
The time will be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay.
And then the following week will be geared towards our 15 to 17-year-olds. So we want to keep
Okay.
the age groups kind of
which is
close
good.
together. And again, it'll be the same thing for 1 week from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And where is this going to be held, Gwen?
at C.A. Moore Elementary School.
Okay. But now, give me the carrot, because I mean, how are you going to convince a child of 10 that they need to go to a camp, and are they going to get lectured to for 5 days? Are they going to?
No.
Okay,
no,
so
no,
tell
no,
us
no.
tell us the details.
We have quite a bit of interactive things that we're going to do inside our leadership camp. They'll have the opportunity to do role play skits. Again, like I said, they'll have an opportunity to work on a community action project. We plan on having a guest speaker come in. We also have an opportunity to take the kids out and actually to the St. Lucie County Airport. It's been offered to us to bring our group there to open them up to various experiences. And with our theme, our organization being called We Leap, someone actually offered to have the young people to be able to come out and actually see a plane, because some of the kids that are participating in this have never even seen a plane, been on a plane, or anything like that. So
or leaped out of a plane.
or leaped out of a plane. Exactly. So being able to open up their minds in other areas as well, some of the things that we have planned.
Okay. And what about for the older group the following week? Basically the same?
It's the
or?
same concept, yes.
Okay.
But it's geared. The curriculum is geared towards for the older kids to keep them more involved.
Now, for the time period, are you feeding them? Are you not?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We will be providing lunch for these youth. And there are scholarships available. The cost of the program is $25 per child. But if finance is an issue, there are scholarships available.
For the whole week?
For the whole week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how does one apply for a scholarship, Gwen?
Well, based on the application, you would submit your application, and if there is a need at that particular time, they would contact our organization, and we would discuss, getting the fee waived for them.
Okay, you founded this organization.
Yes.
How many people are you going to be the guest speaker or the leader of the group?
I am going to be the trainer, yes.
Okay.
I am. I love working with kids. I have that interactive way with them to meet them at their level when presenting. I am not a dull presenter. And most of the kids that I work with, they love working with me. So I will be the primary instructor for this curriculum, and there will be other people that are working with us who will share and assisting the kids.
So how many other people work for We Leap Incorporated?
There are 7 of us.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
there are 7 of us.
And they're group leaders, speakers, that kind of thing.
Yes, they are.
Okay. So that's for the beginning of the summer. What else do you offer? You offer the Saturday program
Yes.
at Blackburn, which is going to move to the main campus.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you offer for youth?
We offer community service hours for them, because as a domestic violence awareness organization, there are times when we're out in the community. So we're working actually closely with the Department of Juvenile Justice, and we're providing, youth there that are in need of community service hours that would like to get involved in something positive, the opportunity to come and volunteer with our organization when we're out in the community. For example, we just went through a summer of safety event where our organization was there. We passed out domestic violence awareness information to the people that were there.
At the Met Stadium there?
Tradition Field.
Right,
yes,
right.
Yes, and we had a great time. That was an opportunity for youth to come and volunteer with our organization, and they could have gained anywhere from 5 to 10 hours completing their volunteer hours. So I'm at their community service hours.
Right,
so
right.
It's a great opportunity to volunteer with us. We also have another event coming up. It's going to be Sunday, June the 14th, where we're offering the youth here in St. Lucie County the opportunity to volunteer with us. We're going to be feeding the hungry in St. Lucie County and providing awareness, passing out domestic violence awareness information at that event. So they can come out and participate at that with us. And again, they can hold signs, they can pass out brochures. We try to keep the youth involved in different things, positive things that's taking place in the community.
It sounds to me, because up until now I've been unfamiliar with the organization, that We Leap is kind of, obviously it's educating the youth, hopefully making sure that they are not abusers or abused, but that, I guess if you will, you're taking a holistic approach to the whole concept, that you're just not lecturing or teaching,
Right.
you're getting them involved so that, I guess, what's the phrase? Idle hands is the devil's workshop.
That's exactly right. That's what my grandma used to say.
That's right, mine too. But so that it's kind of a catch-all organization, it seems to me. I mean, obviously, feeding the homeless really doesn't have a lot to do with domestic violence, but
the reason being is because we don't focus only on domestic violence. We focus on promoting healthy relationships.
Okay.
A lot of our brochures, as this one says, everyone deserves a healthy relationship. And the first relationship that we try to educate youth on is the relationship they have with themselves. And a lot of times, a lot of youth are very self-centered, and they only think about themselves.
No, I can't imagine that.
So one of the ways to get them moving beyond themselves after we've helped them develop that self-awareness is to teach them how to have a healthy relationship with their others, which includes their community.
Right.
So this is tied in with that.
Okay,
so it's
I got
important
it.
to have a healthy relationship not only in your home, but how can you have a healthy relationship in school?
Right.
How can you have a healthy relationship in your community? How can you have a healthy relationship with your peers? And so there are 5 things that we focus on, which are my core, call it beatitudes, if you will, when I'm working with you. And the first one is that you need to be honest. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with those that you're working with and that you're, encountering on a day-to-day. The next one is you need to be respectful. If you learn how to be respectful, that will take you a long way. The next one is you need to be responsible. Be responsible for your actions, for your motives, for the things that are taking place around you.
Right.
And the last one is for actually be safe, which is the name of this leadership, Safe Teens. And we teach them how to be safe in various aspects of their life.
Right. Okay. Now I like it. So it's not just a total focus on violence. It's a focus on the whole person.
Your healthy relationships in your life, period. Because oftentimes I see programs that focus primarily on education, which we need. We definitely need
Oh, yeah, that's
and
a component
career,
you can't. Right.
they focus on that. But what happens is a lot of times the relationship with family or with other individuals is lacking. So now you have youth that grow up that are educated and career-minded, but when it's time for them to move into a relationship with their home, they're educated, but their home is raggedy.
Yeah.
They have a career, but they don't know how to treat their spouse or their children.
Right.
So we need to start developing that concept because that is very lacking in our society today. So if we start planting seeds now, it might be a year from now, 2 years from now, but if we start planting those seeds in these youth now, we will see a harvest of what healthy relationships should look like.
Okay, let me ask you this. Now you're brand new.
Yes.
Today's your anniversary, or
Yes.
this month. How many youth have you served? How many youth have you helped?
We have helped over 80 youth. Actually, this is not our first youth event. We held in February our first Teen Dating Violence Awareness Symposium. And we had over 80 people that showed up to that event. And it was awesome. We collaborated with Healthy Choices. They were one of the presenters that came out and presented to the youth about HIV and AIDS.
Right.
We collaborated with Men of the Sword. He sent the speaker out who shared an awesome testimony with the youth about some of the choices that he made as a young adult. We also collaborated with Safe Space. They came out and did a presentation for the adults that were in the building because we had quite a few parents that participated with that. So collaboration has been in place with different organizations within the community. And like I said, the kids absolutely loved it. We're looking forward to doing our next one in February again. It will be our second annual Teen Dating Violence and Talent Symposium. They sang, danced, different talents came out. So it was very nice. And the Fort Pierce Women's Club sponsored the building for us, was our venue. And just everybody's just getting involved with pushing the vision forward with reaching out to our youth in the community.
And I understand Life Builders has stepped up to the plate too.
Yes, they have actually scholarshiped our first 15 positions. So we are so grateful and thankful for them for that.
Okay.
Can't do it without them.
No, I appreciate no. I had to do a shout out for Life Builders.
Yes.
Well, how are you funded?
Right now, it's just pretty much donations.
Really?
Pretty much donations, word of mouth, but we're thankful. And so we will be looking into writing, grants and different things of that nature. But our first year, we're focused on getting to know the community. We're focused on boots on the ground. We're focused on collaborating and showing people that we're here. So that was our primary focus. And we didn't have a whole lot of overhead, so we were able to do that.
Oh, no. Well, Life Builders is an example. We get donations and grants and things like that, but because you don't have a physical building,
Yes.
all the money you do get does go to help and
Yes.
helps serves the community, the children, the adults too. Okay, what? Believe it or not, we've got about five minutes or so. Gwen? What is your? Do the kids, once they've been to a symposium, once they've done these kinds of things, are they still involved? I mean, do you notice that they
Yes.
they don't go away? They still want to be.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about that.
Quite a few of the youth who attended our symposium, we keep in contact with them via email. A lot of them have our numbers where they can call or email our website and get through to us. Some of them are interested in actually participating in this camp, but they're just working out the dates and different things that they would be able to attend. We ask that the youth who do participate that they try to complete the full week,
Right.
so they can go through the curriculum that we're using for them. But
And
we
who
do,
put together that? You?
actually, no, it is the curriculum that I utilize out of Texas.
Okay.
And it's called Expect Respect. So it is been backed by CDC, and it has been research-based. And so it's a fabulous program, and so we're looking forward to utilizing. And this is just one of the portions of the program, the Safe Teens Leadership, but it also offers lessons for high-risk youth as well. But this is our leadership camp, so we're just rolling out our Safe Teens Leadership portion of it.
I gotcha.
But it is Expect Respect.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, and so if a child has gone through your program, attended your symposium, whatever, obviously you have a website, but who do they contact if all of a sudden they find themselves in a relationship with violence or whatever? Do you have a phone number? Is there a...
Yes, they'll contact us via our website, or at our summer camp, what we're going to have set up is there are going to be volunteers that are working with us who will be able to continue to be that peer person, that peer contact.
Okay.
So it's a small setting, so it's only 15 youth in each session. So we'll be able to have like 2 to 3 youth assigned to us that we'll be able to keep in contact with. If they need us, they'll have like a captain that they'll be able to reach out to.
Okay, or phone or
Yes,
whatever.
yes,
Okay, or
yes.
email. Okay. We can't ignore though the adult portion of this. We focused obviously on the kids, which is important. But what do you offer to the adults at this point, Gwen?
At this particular point, we offer the empowerment and awareness sessions that are held, like I said, monthly.
Right.
And then we also
And how
offer-
long are those sessions, Gwen?
They're only for about 4 hours. It's from 4:30 to 6:30, and we always have refreshments after, and we always kind of get someone from the community to come in. So if anyone out there is listening, would like to come in and present to our groups, please get in contact with us. Our presenter for June 14th will be the St. Lucie County Sheriff Department. They're going to be coming in doing a RAD presentation to the group, and we'll also have a vendor coming in from Damsels in Distress for those ladies out there who likes to carry their pepper sprays and their little whistles and safety items of that nature. We're actually putting those two together, and so we're looking to have a nice time, and that's going to be Saturday, the 14th, I believe it is.
Yeah, you said the 14th.
And
yeah.
it's going to be from 4:30 to 6:30 at the Indian River State College, the Blackburn campus.
Okay. Now, what is the cost for that?
It's free. It's free
Okay.
to the community. And we also offer what's called He Matters for our men out there who are interested in supporting the cause, because we are aware that women are not the only ones who are victims of domestic violence. There are some guys out there, they might not come forward, but do experience domestic violence. So He Matters is designed to reach out to them, and it is also designed to be a place for other guys who are interested in becoming advocates against domestic violence. They can come out and speak out as well, because all men don't abuse.
Yeah, right.
So it's
No,
been
and
great.
I think that's a very good point to be made, and I think that's something that I see as lacking is to battle against domestic violence. We have women who have, been abused, victims of domestic violence, to talk about it, which is very compelling, and all of that. But I think it's not only important that you have men who have abused that don't anymore talk,
Yes.
and that's compelling too. And I'm not, downgrading any of that. But I think men who just have never done that and are saying, I don't believe in it, it's not correct,
Exactly.
it's inappropriate, and here's
Exactly.
why. We need more of that.
Exactly.
We need good examples.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what He Matters is about. And that group of men can reach out to our younger generation of young men that's coming up behind them.
And be an example.
Exactly. So, and that is the whole point. Just being able to educate, talk about it, break the silence about it, because most of the time people just brush it away. And even I've had the opportunity now to go in and speak to different organizations corporately.
Right.
So if there's any business out there that would like us to come in and just share about domestic violence in the workplace, it's happening. How do you as an organization deal with that in the workplace? What type of strategy do you have in place? Is there a plan in place if it should come to your workplace?
Right.
So those
Well,
are the type of things that we do and have done out in the community.
Well, it's so funny you say that, because, it's blows my, why people would continue to, it's one thing in a relationship where you have 3 children together and let's say the husband's the breadwinner and the woman's abused, but where does she go? And she has
Exactly.
no, although we know that's wrong and she should get out of the situation, you can somewhat wrap your mind around it. I was speaking to a woman the other day who actually was a nail tech, of all things. She'd been, every time she did something wrong, her boss would slap her. And she stayed there for years.
Wow.
Finally, and I was amazed by it. But anyway, I'm sometimes you have to say, you just can't make this up. It's amazing. But anyway, we are out of time. Gwen, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Thank
and
you.
Your website is once more, and we'll go off the air.
It's www.we-leap2.com.
Great. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Okay.